Hello, hello, Alafia, y'all. This is Dr. Ray. I am a licensed naturopathic doctor, functional medicine doctor, and today I'm coming to you with my spiritual gifts as a medical medium and intuitive. I am one of these folks, y'all, that just be knowing. I just be knowing things, right? So this is our third medical reading of the year. As you know, I'm trying to come in every week to give you some type of insight as to how you can focus on your health, support your body, and really make sure that you're moving forward in a way that's going to elevate your vibration and elevate and raise your well-being. So now we're in the week of January the 21st to January the 27th. We're in 2024. And I've just been shuffling these cards in my hands to help see what is the message that Spirit wants us to know this week as it pertains to our health and our wellness, as it pertains to elevating ourselves and taking care of ourselves in the highest order. What should we know this week? So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little shuffle. You guys been doing all right? Hanging in there. It's been off kind of weird starting off this year, but these readings are definitely helping me too, because anything I share with y'all, I'm fully doing it on my end as well, and definitely can feel a difference as a result of it, and I hope you can too. Okay, so let's see what I got. Ooh, okay. So this week's card, y'all, is going to be this, the bone marrow. And this is about the magician and alchemy. So bone marrow, bone marrow, bone marrow. Okay. So what we need to know about our bone marrow, for starters, if some of you don't know what bone marrow is, it is a very vital substance that exists within our bones, and it actually is responsible for cranking out really amazing cells that help to keep us healthy. We release blood cells, stem cells, very important compounds from the bone marrow. It plays a critical role in our immune system. It also plays a role in our bone health in general. It also helps to provide us with extra nutrients and sustenance. Sometimes communication with the bone marrow can also foster for those bone cells, those osteoclasts, osteoblasts, teach them whatever messages they need in order to support our bodies at that time. Sometimes that can mean like breaking down calcium so that we have and more vitamin D, more vitamin K, more vitamin C, calcium, not vitamin C, but more vitamin D, vitamin K, and calcium into the bloodstream. That helps to keep our immune system, our organs functioning properly. So that's very important. But bone marrow, it really doesn't get a lot of notice, which is interesting that we're pulling this. With bone marrow, things that we want to think about is really eating things that help to support, our system, our red blood cells, our white blood cells. Some of that includes, liver meats are actually pretty good for the marrows, believe it or not. So eating some liver meats, making sure that they're pasture raised, they're certified humane, of course. And so you can whip up some liver and onions if some of y'all are old school like that. Other things that come to mind is vitamin C is really helpful as a support, roots such as burdock root. What else is supportive? Even milk thistle, just helping with the liver, can also help to support our bone marrow as well. So those are some things to think about. And then the magician is the symbolism of this card. So with the magician, it's really about stepping into your power to alchemize and create what you want. It's not really about just the power of illusion. Let's go deeper with that. I really think it's the power of creativity, the power of vision. What is it that you're envisioning that you want for your life? And what needs to happen for you to get it? What do you need to alchemize? What do you need to manipulate? And I don't mean manipulate in a bad way. I mean, in general, like when we're cooking, That's a form of manipulation, right? Because we're putting these different foods and plants and herbs together to boom, create this amazing meal. So that's a form of positive manipulation that we want to see. So thinking along those lines, how can you move forward and create, innovate, connect? What are you not utilizing that's in your tool set? What are you not paying attention to that's within your power, that's within your gifts, that can help you to really build and create and bring into fruition the thing that you want? What is it that you need people to see and understand about you? Right? That's about it too. Like what is it that people are not seeing or not understanding about who you are, what you're about, what you're thinking, how you're moving? Maybe you have a really awesome business idea, or maybe you have a really great idea for your community that can support it. Maybe you've been blessed with some really creative project that you're trying to bring into fruition. And maybe you're coming up against where some are not understanding it. They're not seeing what you see. And that's okay. Sometimes people aren't going to see what we see. Your vision is your vision, and that's what matters most. You are the one that's meant to help bring it forward into fruition. But it still doesn't mean that we don't need help along the way. And when looking at some of our previous readings of the year so far, those previous readings were also, involving community and support. So it's about connecting with the right people as well, but then also recognizing the power within you. You have these gifts. You have this vision. You have um, this, this burgeoning idea, or this burgeoning gift or talent that needs to come out, that needs to be brought forth. We want to alchemize and bring forth the best opportunity for that to show, for that to align, for that to transmute into whatever it needs to be, so we can better whatever it is that we're doing here. So that's what's coming up, is recognizing the power within, and how can you alchemize the outcome that you want. For some of y'all in this space already that really love Eat, Sleep, Tarot, you already are aware that, in this space of divination, alchemy is so important. We put together words in a string, and some may call it a spell, some may call it a prayer, but that's a form of alchemy. We put together different elements, wind, fire, earth, water, put it together, on altar spaces, as a way of bringing forth alchemy, as a way of giving to the universe some energy from these other elements, and hoping that it then returns back to us in some way, shape, or form, or return to, whoever it is that we're putting that good energy out in the world for. These are all forms of alchemy. Medicine, me being a doctor, and how I help people. I use alchemy all the time when I'm putting together certain herbs, certain diet plans, even lifestyle suggestions. Those are all forms of alchemy, where we're trying to bring about a particular outcome with utilizing with resources, with tools, with energy, with elements that we have on hand, and having the faith, and having the belief, and having the drive, and the want, the desire to see that turn into what you want. So it isn't necessarily this far-fetched idea that we're all alchemists. We really are. Humans are constantly building and creating the reality that they want at any given moment, every single day, every single moment, right? So this understanding of you being an alchemist, this understanding of, leveraging your deep within, your deep within energy, your deep within ideas, your deep within visions, your deep within talents and gifts, and bringing it to the forefront, utilizing that this week. It's going to be calling on you this week to utilize your gifts, to utilize your talents, to utilize your insights, in order to alchemize a situation to become what you want it to be. It takes it a step further than just the manifestation piece, I think, because sometimes people can sit and manifest thinking, okay, I'm going to bring forth this idea or bring forth this thing. And sometimes it still doesn't work. We have to take into action with manifestation, right? And alchemy is that form of action that we can pair with manifestation to bring forth the outcome that we want. So think about that and keep that in mind as you are going into your week ahead. The Bone Marrow, the magician, you are the great magician. And we want to support you in those tools. as well. And awesome. So like I mentioned before, making sure you get enough protein this week. That's going to really help to support the bone marrow. And protein isn't just all about eating meat. It can be lentils. It can be kidney beans, navy beans, tofu, nuts, quinoa. Those are all really good things that strengthens bone marrow. Pay attention that you could be having some stuff going on with your bone marrow if in fact you've been feeling some fatigue, weakness, shortness of breath, changes in mood, decreased appetite, heart palpitations. It could mean that you're running deficient in some nutrients, and some key nutrients that we need to support our bone marrow are the B vitamins, like I mentioned, before. You need B12, you need folic acid, you need, niacin, you need all these other B vitamins to help to support what's going on. So keep that in mind. And things that you can get B12 through, B vitamins through. I mentioned the liver and onions, but you can also do it through fish, like rainbow trout, cooked clams, wild caught salmon is an option. You can even get it through fortified cereals. You can also get B vitamins like folate through cooked greens, or putting on a pot of greens, black eyed peas, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, even white rice. But with white rice, you might want to cook it, let it cool. That way it can turn into resistant starch. Then you can go ahead and eat it, and it'll be able to better feed you. Iron is a big critical piece of bone marrow as well. So making sure that, maybe if you've been feeling those symptoms of fatigue, go get a CBC, go have your iron panel looked at, go get your B vitamins checked, make sure you're not running low, so that if you are, then you can actually do something about it. Because sometimes eating those foods, you might need to eat a little bit more than just here and there. So yeah, I think that should cover it, just for giving you guys, I always like to give you guys some extra insight as to how you can support. And then just trying to see if there's anything else here that Spirit wants you to know. Being called to pull this one. All right, we're still getting that water card coming in, like from last week. So this week we got the ace. Better get a ace of water. You can see that. There we go. Got the ace of water. It's about love. It's talking about love. So then recognizing that you are the biggest filler of your cup. Okay. If you want your cup to run over, if you want blessings, if you want abundance, you got to fill within here first. You got to feel this. Nobody outside is going to fill that for you. They might make you feel good. They might add to it, but you need to be the filler of that cup. Your cup will run over when you are pouring love back in within. Understood? So utilize that love. Make sure you're doing self-care. And I mean that more than just going and doing some getting your nails done, which is still self-care, but take it further than that. Really make sure that you're creating and carving space where you can sit still with self, making sure you're doing your affirmations. You're doing a lot of self-love, self-talk, self-positive talk, that is. You're not putting yourself down in any kind of way, that you're guarding your boundaries, that if there are things that you do not want to do or do not feel like doing or know it's not right for you, it's okay to stand in your power and say no. It's okay to let someone know where you're at and how you really feel and put that on the table. That's a form of love, right? Accepting who you are, accepting how you show up in this world, even if people don't understand you, even if people are giving you a hard fucking time about it. So what? Okay. Like, I'm one of those people. People don't get me sometimes. People don't know what the hell this is sometimes, and that's okay. I love me. I love this spirit. And that's how you got to show up. You got to be your number one hype man, boo-boo. You got to make sure that you are pouring love into you, right? So then the blessings you want, the things you seek, the things you're trying to bring them forth, it is here for you. It's saying it's here. It's waiting for you, right? You just got to make sure you're pouring that love back within, and that you're not being depleted by the rest of this world, okay? Because this world will wear you out with their demands and their beliefs and the stuff that they want to put upon you, these constructs that don't make any sense. Make sure that you are aware of how that impacts you, because that's a form of love too. And that you are showing up as authentic to you, as you possibly can. Don't worry about if someone gets it or not. Just make sure you're showing up for you and you're putting that love back into you in every way that you can, right? So nourish yourself, love on yourself, talk sweet to yourself, give yourself rest and permission for when things don't serve you to say no. Make sure that in showing up in this way, that you're doing it from your highest vibration, that you're doing it from your higher conscience and not from this place of material want, or this place of needing to be validated, or this place of trying to be envious, or this place of trying to, do things onto others. That's going to hold you back and going to mess up this whole alchemy thing that you're brewing. Okay. So make sure that you're walking in proper alignment, and that alignment is congruent with self-love. All right. All right. Thank you guys for listening. My name is Dr. Ray. If you want to work with me, hit me up. Feel free to go to my website, www.drraynd.com. I offer medical consults and primary care visits. I work with people with intuitive reading. So if you need an intuitive reading, I'm here for you. If you need a medical mediumship reading, I'm here for you. I also work with people just around their nutrition, optimizing their wellness and well-being, so that you are cultivating a world, cultivating a sanctuary for yourself. No matter where you go, you understand what your needs are in order to self-heal at the highest order. So if that's what you're needing, hit me up. I'm always here to support my fellow brethren. And be sure to like, subscribe, share this information with anyone that you think would benefit from learning and hearing from it this week. But my final word is go forth, be supportive of your bone marrow this week. So make sure you're getting that protein, you're getting in iron, you're getting in your B vitamins, keep your energy up, as you do that, be able to support those red blood cells, those white blood cells, those platelets, your immune system, so that you can stay strong for the work that you're being prepared to do. Also, be this magician, be this alchemist in order to bring forth the outcome that you want. Do not give in. You are at a critical period right now. This is the time that you are needing to double down the most on what is right. Not what is wrong, what is right. If something isn't working, it's time to push it to the side and bring in what is working, but make sure that you are alchemizing in your manifestation. You're not just sitting here trying to call forth what you want, but you're taking the actions, you're leveraging the resources, you're leveraging the tools to do so. And then at the core of all of that, really make sure that you are doing it from a place of self-love, self-awareness, self-nourishment. And that's not selfish, because when you pour into yourself with light, love, and progress, it will be easier for you to then push it back out into the world, as well as continue to receive more of it from the world. You get what you give, boo-boo. So you can't just keep running around with this scarcity mindset or depravity. Make sure you're pouring back into self, so that you actually have something to give into this world. All right. All right. Love you guys, and be safe out there. And again, feel free to hit me up anytime. Thank you.